Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be doing Shaundra's Cavalcade. I know there's a couple of different versions of this deck, but this is basically where I think that mono red is going to go post-rotation, because there's a lot of key integral pieces to that mono red deck that are going to rotate out here in the fall. And I have to admit, it's a card that Cavalcade of Calamity is a card that I've been crafting with for quite some time. I've got a couple of other decks I've used it with, and there are some really cool pieces that came out of M20 that kind of added to it. So let's kind of go ahead and go into the deck and see what we're working with here. So Fanatical Firebrand is probably one of the only things that's going to rotate out of here that I should really be super concerned with, because it's going to go out. There are other one-drop hasters that you can put into this, but let's kind of get into the main mechanic. The main mechanic, of course, is Cavalcade of Calamity. Whenever a creature you control with 1 power or less attacks, Cavalcade deals 1 damage to that player or planeswalker that the creature is attacking. It's phenomenal, and these can trigger up multiple times with multiple creatures and multiple instances of Cavalcade. It's really kind of funny. So the idea, of course, is to get a whole bunch of one-drop hasting creatures and attack with them. There's another key piece to this deck, which is Shaundra Spitfire. So it, in and of itself, is a 1/3 flyer. However, whenever opponent is dealt non-combat damage, such as from Cavalcade of Calamity, it gets +3/+0 until end of turn. So this thing can get into ludicrous numbers high when it's attacking on the when this comes out. It's actually super amount of fun. So the rest of the deck is basically a whole bunch of one-drop creatures and things to help you draw cards. So of course, Fanatical Firebrand, which is going to rotate out. You can probably short this one out for Torch Courier. I only have 2 in there because he's not as super useful. The only thing I could see him really being used for is to give the Shaundra Spitfire haste. So there is 2 in here. You can probably bump this up to 4 and drop the Fanatical Firebrands and find a couple other pieces to add to it. To rinse and repeat to your taste kind of thing. Whenever this rotates out, I have no choice but to do that. The other key piece to this one is Scorch Spitter. Great little one drop that came in M20. It's a 1/1, and whenever it attack, it does non-combat damage to target or planeswalker it is attacking. So you have all these triggers that just start building on top of each other. It's really funny. A couple of shocks, which also count as non-combat damage, in case you're wondering if you want to bump up the Shaundra Spitfire, and of course it helps get little creatures out of the way so your 1/1s can kind of make their way through. Tin Street Dodger, another great one, haste, and you can pay 1 mana to make it unblockable unless they have Defender. Now there's not a lot of Defenders floating out there. There is the High Alert deck, the Alchemies deck, that's still kind of floating around out there, but unless you're bumping up into that deck, most people don't run Defenders. So it works out really, really well. It gets through. It's basically a guaranteed 2 damage if there's a Cavalcade on the board. Torch Courier, which we've kind of already talked about. Calamity, we've talked about. I do have Lightning Strikes. I have high hopes that this is going to get reprinted in the Throne for Eldraine set. We don't know that for certain, so this can easily be substituted with Skewer the Critics. Basically the same effect. Skewer the Critics, unfortunately, is still a sorcery, not an instant speed, but it's there for the same purposes, to do non-combat damage and to take out creatures that you don't like. The other key piece to this one is Chaundra's Acolyte of Flame. This is the 3-mana Shaundra. Great. Her 0 ability for creating 2 elementals and allowing them to attack, that's mostly what you're going to be doing this for, because those are 2 1/1s that are going to be triggering Cavalcade of Calamity. We already talked about the Spitfire. Light up the stage is there, of course, to help you draw cards, and there are 2 Experimental Frenzies in here. If you get one of these in place, I mean, because obviously the deck's super fast, and you're going to burn through your hand relatively quickly. By turn 3, turn 4, you're kind of out of gas, and you need something to help build that back up. So cards like Light Up the Stage and Experimental Frenzy are there to kind of help get more cards into your hand, and 20 Mountains. That's it. That's the deck. So let's go ahead and play some games with it. You'll take note that the last deck that I built for War of the Spark Standard was a Krenko Cavalcade, and Krenko almost made the deck, to be honest with you. Because of the number of 1/1s that he spits out, it's stupid good, and I still might consider putting that into the deck as I continue to play it. Because, again, unfortunately, again, what you end up with is a whole bunch of 1/1s. Oh, now look at that. Burn through my hand and Experimental Frenzy. Cool. But what you end up with is a whole bunch of 1/1s that don't do a ton of damage and aren't super intimidating unless Cavalcade's out. So Krenko getting up to absurd levels is really kind of funny. I've got a feeling that this is that Rakdos build. So I'm going to wait for... Maybe he's got Judith floating around in here. And off we go. Off to the races. All these little 1/1s flying. I was going to say, there's a shock coming. That's usually the one that people get off the board. So if he gets something good down here, I'll probably shock and then Experimental Frenzy on the next turn, just so I can start getting some more stuff onto the board, because I am basically out of gas at this juncture. Maybe. I'm not in a big hurry to get rid of cards in my hand. He hasn't got anything down that's a threat. I think this might be the Dino deck build, the Jund Dinosaur deck. We'll see how it goes. Where they get that stupid infinite loop going, which is so much fun to watch. Okie dokie, so let's hit him with a lightning strike. No, let's not. Let's hit him. Let's just get Experimental Frenzy out. He doesn't have counters, so what's he gonna do? I'll still get the damage in before you kill it. Unfortunately, I get it landed with Experimental Frenzy. That would happen. Ooh. So we're going to play the land. And get another land. Honestly, can't be blocked. Can't be blocked. Thanks, Experimental Frenzy. That was awesome. Because what's going to happen here is he's going to drop a gigantic creature and I'm going to die. Although, it might be worth it to kill, because I've got enough damage in my hand to kill him. I just need to survive one more turn. Because it costs 4 to destroy Frenzy. Let's see what I get in the top. Yep. Yep. And he's going to be able to keep doing this every turn. So it's fight or flight right now. I need the, oh, there went the one of my favorite cards, Rotting Regisaur. Love that guy. Love that guy so much. You guys are going to get a second video this week on my Mono Black deck because I got so much response from that. Yep, Rotting Regisaur. Alright, so this is fight or flight right now. I need something good to come to my hand or I am dead. Cavalcade of Calamity. That's 4 damage right there. And a lightning strike. That is going to win us the game right there. Because we are going to go, boom, unblockable. Boom. Oh, doesn't matter. Because it's gonna win it right there. That's going to do it. Whew. Super close for the win. Experimental Frenzy. Holy cow, that was close. That was Jund Dinosaurs. That is a great deck. Debating building that one myself just because it involves Rotting Regisaur, and I love Rotting Regisaur. Whew, that was close. Because, yeah, if I didn't get something off the top of my deck, I was going to lose. That, flat out. I mean, because that deck is super fast. Would have loved to have had a Cavalcade on my opening hand. I've got to tell you, something about playtesting this deck, I don't know what it is about Arena, but for whatever reason, it's like, yeah, no, you can't have it. But today they're going to let me have it. Absolutely. I actually have almost all the key pieces right here. One more minute and we are cooking with gas. With a light up in the stage in our hand, that should be able to happen relatively easy. So we're going to go with the 10th Street Dodger. Say hello and good game. Be a gentleman. And punch them in the face. Now, if I have 2 1-drops, I was going to say there is always the case, especially with blue on the field. I want to make sure I get this out now. Because they have a tendency to counter spells like that. There, and here we go. We're going to be off to the races. Go, boys, go! And we'll light up the stage and get more cards. Perfect! Now this might be one of those instances where I sacrifice the Courier to allow the Scorcher to score points. Ooh, Blast Zone. Augur of Bolus. Cool. So that I can get Shaundra's Spitfire to win the game for us here. So let's see if we can get this to happen. Yeah, that's the key card right there. He needs to get rid of that one. Because he has no counterspell magic on his hands now. He's going to pass. He's going to wait. My turn. Okay, so here's how it's going to go. We are going to cast Shaundra Spitfire. We're going to sacrifice this to give Shaundra Spitfire haste. We're going to cast the Scorch Spitter. And we are going to attack. And watch all the triggers. Wait, here it comes. Watch how big it gets. There we go. And it is now lethal. That is what I love about this deck. Holy cow, is it impressive. It is so much fun, and I'm so happy I got this to go up on video for you guys. Because, man, I'll tell you what, Arena has been mean to me lately with this deck, but that is how it is supposed to run right there. Oodles of fun. And they're quick games, they really are. So if you're looking to grind out wins or grind out red spells, this is the deck to do it. Because it is so fast. I mean, don't get me wrong. A board wipe really kind of kills you. Goblin Chain Whirler kind of kills you. Because all of your creatures are 1/1s. Any of the, like, the Cry of the Crinariums, that'll kill you. I mean, those are just games you just aren't equipped to win. Turmoil 911 is debating his life choices. Fanatical Firebrand. Say hello in good game like a gentleman. And off we go. Llanowar Elf. Totally worth it to bolt the bird. That's what it is. Not shock the bird, bolt the bird. You do not want that thing getting that deck getting Hydrocrisis out like on turn 3. Or Nissa, who shakes the world on turn 3. That would not be nice. It is totally worth it to kill their ramp, just for in case you're wondering. So we're going to go here. We're going to go here. We are going to bolt the bird. We are going to light up the stage. Ooh, there's the Cavalcade we're looking for. Let's go ahead and light up the stage one more time. Oh, double Cavalcade. That's awesome. Steel Leaf Champion. Cool card. Cool card. So we are going to go double Cavalcade. And do we want to put the 4 damage on him now? Yeah, because we're not going to block, so we might as well go through. The most he can kill is 1, and we're going to get the Spitfire after that. So if he's got a Thrashing Baronthodon, he's looking at that going, we need to kill that. Yep, he'll kill 1. That's okay. Who main boards Naturalize? That's cool. Most people do not do that. I'll take that 5. It's going to be a bit of a sting, but we'll take it. So we're going to go Shaundra Spitfire. Totally worth it to sacrifice that to give the Spitfire haste and attack with it. And he's dead on board next turn unless he comes up with something. Haha, that's something. That is something. Now, I'm a huge, huge Rabid Bite fan, so I am not going to lie. That's good. What to do, what to do. I could attack. He's going to get 1 from here. 2. He's going to block both of these. It's not worth it, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say he doesn't want to block with his Land of Werewolves. All I need is a Lightning Strike. Oh, he did block with the Elves. Interesting. Nissa, very good card.
Beasts are much more reliable than
Yep.
can't have not bad.
So if I draw a land, this game's over. You're going to see the downside to this deck. No, we get the shock. Nope, that's how that worked. Magic's easy. Just draw the cards you need and you win. Holy cow. Yeah, no, that's a good deck. One of my, Mono Green is one of my favorite archetypes in Magic. Love playing that deck. Really cool. Yeah, no, that's Steel Leaf. I wasn't going to be able to block it anyway, so you might as well just attack with it. And with this deck, it's just like you want to pour on that damage. If I hadn't attacked, the shock would not have won me the game. Main boarded Naturalize, though. That's interesting. Not seen that very often. Interesting. Let's go with the Scorch Spitter first. I'm hoping that I can pull a Cavalcade out of this. Or that could happen. Oh, what do we have? Oh, is this the LSV deck? Oh, this will be fun. I'm debating building one of those myself. That is going to be, that is a crazy deck, I am not going to lie. One of my favorite, I'm not huge on keeping up with what's going on the Pro Tour, but that deck that he did with Field of the Dead, holy cow, is that thing broken? Perfect. Perfect. And you can't Thought Erasure these. Ha ha. I could probably counter it, but... which is what he's going to do. He's still taking a boatload of damage. Look at all the triggers go. Alright, so you need an answer or you lose. Because I don't even need to... I just need to attack Wilderness. Oh, this is Teamer Reclamation. or this is the Reclamation deck. Awesome. Yep. I was like, I'm just going to attack because what that deck runs is that thing runs things like Root Snare and stuff. Well, Cavalcade of Calamity and the Scorch Spitter, that's not combat damage. Root Snare does not stop that. So it's cool that you've got that, but no, it's not going to work. Because Root Snare says it stops all combat damage, and sure, it would stop the damage from the creatures attacking him, but the Cavalcade's not combat damage, and the damage that the Scorch Spitter puts out is not combat damage. So he's still taking all of that to the face. Hello, and good game. I think we've gone through like 4 or 5 games really quickly with this deck. Ooh, cool. I wonder what we got. Let's go here. I'm going to hold off on that light up the stage. I've got plenty of things in my hand to do right now. I'm waiting to see what he puts down. Gift of Paradise. Interesting. Let's get Shaundra Spitfire. I think that's the Arc Like Phoenix sound. I think they recycled that sound, by the way. So he's got oodles of mana. Yep. Okay, so do I let him draw cards? No. I think I just annihilate him with Shaundra Spitfire. And that's game. This deck is so stupid. Holy cow. I'm sitting there going, like, I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, all right, how many of these do I need to kill to make sure that he's dead? No, I'll take the other one just to make sure. Holy cow. So, you're going to get oodles a game because I'd like to hit this at, like, at least 25 minutes. Let's go for one more. Thank you, my Apple Watch. I did not say set a timer, and I'm not sure why she decided to do that, but okay, thanks. Thanks, Siri. You're the best. Do things I don't even ask you to do. Ooh, great hand. Hello and good game, like a gentleman. Why Siri decided to do that. At some point in time, that Arbor, the only thing that's a big bother with that Grazer is the fact that it has reach. So it is a problem for Shaundra Spitfire. Yeah, I think this... maybe. These have some of the key pieces to that LSV Field of the Dead deck, but it doesn't look all the right colors to me. Let's kill that thing because it's annoying. Let's kill that thing because it's annoying. At least knock all of his blockers out of the way. He's gonna gain some life. That's cool. I need to know where all my 1-drops are. Alright, this is good. I'm sure you are, Shaundra. And I'm just going to send those two. I'm going to hang on to my blocker here in case he decides to do something with that Paradise Druid. Sure. It'll be nice next turn to have the light up the stage and just start building onto this. So what are we building up to here? Probably a big dino, maybe? Or are we going for Hydroid Crisis? Rhythm of the Wild. Ooh, cool. This is like a traditional, like, Gruul deck. I like that. Yep. Yep. He's got to go. Does he get to keep those tokens? Until end of turn. Okay, so I will deal with that. So he is a 5/4. He's going to get through no matter what. I'm going to have to let him take Shaundra. That is a shame, but it is what it is.
I'm late to meditation anyway.
So you've got to go. I need some cards, so I'm going to take a wild guess and say he doesn't want to block with his Paradise Druid. Oh, he is. Interesting. Light up the stage. Drop the land. Drop the Firebrand. And we're cooking with gas now. So now he's just in top deck mode. So he could top deck something good. Or he could top deck a land. I'm just hoping for the land. No, Rekindling Phoenix is not a land. He's going to give it Riot. That is... Alright, so now we're going to find a deck that's actually going to get through us. Yeah, no, that is going to stink. But it is what it is. At least we're going to put some hurting on him. Hurting on him one way or the other. So we're still getting through. Don't get me wrong. Rekindling is going to be painful to get through. Please be a land. Please be a land. Please be a land. Because I can't imagine he's not going to attack with Rekindling. What we need is a light up the stage or a... It was a land, indeed. Unfortunately, a land on our part as well. So we are on a clock here. Unfortunately, his clock is shorter. So this is going to be close. I bet you got a land. He's going to hold off. And that's going to be the game right there. Because we're going to make him unblockable, and we're going to swing in. We're going to do 4 damage plus 1 for the unblockable 10 Street Dodger. And that is it. That is Shaundra's Cavalcade right there. Beautiful game. Wonderful deck. Fantastic. I think I have most of the key pieces to build this in paper. I think the rare Shaundras is the only one I don't have a playset of. But I do hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe. Always helps out the channel. There's also a Patreon as well if you are so inclined. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. As a reward, let's go ahead and open up a couple of packs. Why not? As the store, for some reason, bugs out for a moment. So what do we get? What do we get? On the first one, we crack open a mythic wildcard. Perfect. Always find those useful. On the next, we crack... Ooh, Embodiment of Agonies. I gotta find a way to get him into my mono black deck. I could see that one working. So, anyway, do hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, always helps out the channel. I think I've already gone through all that. So, until next video, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.